Buddy, we are here at Mill Creek Metro Parks and specifically the golf course. And this gentleman you haven't met yet. I just met. This guy has everything in the world at his fingertips. Ladies and gentlemen, Corey Buck, the recreational manager. Did I get it right?
Yeah, you got it right.
See, I'm clapping for me there, but this one's for you, man. Welcome to the YSN family. We're so happy that you're here. Obviously, your new position here at Mill Creek. You're taking over. So, Corey, talk about your background, how you got here.
Yeah, so it's kind of a long story. Initially, I'm from Tennessee. Grew up there, lived there for 26 years. But my wife is from this area, so it's kind of what brought us up here. But my background is sports, fitness, recreation. So yeah, thanks for the introduction. I'm very happy to be here. Mill Creek is absolutely fantastic, and our rec programs are even better.
Well, and you look at some of the great toys that you have to play with now. I mean, you've got this unbelievable indoor facility for golfers, so you can continually train all year round. We'll talk to Brian Tolnar here in a little bit. But for you specifically, like what does your job entail? What are your day-to-day responsibilities, and how would people, when you're walking by them here in Mill Creek, what should they expect to see from you?
Yeah, so overall, I oversee the recreation department's sports leagues and various different programs that happen. We have the Lake Glacier Boathouse where we rent kayaks and put on a kayak club, which is new, but just various different things, mainly at Wick Recreation area, and then also at various points throughout the park. So, but yeah, so overall day to day right now, we just kicked up our our spring flag football and youth soccer leagues. So we're going into our second week of those now, and then just gearing up for the summer. I know that we're just barely scratching the surface on spring, but summer's coming right around the corner. So, yeah.
Oh, summer is right around the corner. I mean, it's 52 degrees today on this weird Thursday, but it'll creep right back into the 80s. Yep. All right, so for you, when you think about being a recreational manager, not necessarily something that as a boy in Tennessee, you're probably sitting there going, that's what I'm going to do. So how did you get to this point? What kind of things did you do in your past that have kind of led you to this position right now?
Yeah, so I think the big thing, like I mentioned, youth flag football and youth soccer I was very involved with that at a young age. Not so much football. I didn't start that until maybe 6th or 7th grade. But ultimately basketball, baseball, soccer, various different other outdoor recreational activities. I grew up going to a lake that was in our backyard, so fishing, kayaking, being on a boat. So just always being active and outdoors was always something that I loved. And as I got older and throughout college, my background is actually biomechanics and exercise physiology, so very much involved with movement in general. And just over the course of the past 10 years, I've been in fitness and wellness and recreation. So just kind of not necessarily, if you had asked me when I was a kid of what was I going to be when I grew up, I probably was saying what most kids might have said back in the 90s. I'm going to be a firefighter, policeman, whatever it is.
That's it.
Which is fantastic. But just, ended up chasing my passions, and I'm still doing it. 11 years post-grad, and I enjoy it, and it's definitely something special. And being able to offer activities and a place providing a place to where the youth can be active, and even adults as well. We have adult leagues that are coming around the corner as well, but it's definitely something I'm passionate about and enjoy doing.
Let's talk about those adult leagues, because there's a lot of adults that don't have anything to do. They're just sitting around the house. They should be out and active, as you kind of alluded to. What things do you have to offer this spring, this summer, and into the fall?
Yeah, so right now we actually just kicked off this past Tuesday a women's par 3 league at the Wick Recreation area, the par 3 there. We have a kayak club, which is new this summer, which is open for beginners to advanced individuals someone who might not have ever been on a kayak or on the water in general. We're offering that course, and it's new, so adults can join with that as well. We have volleyball leagues coming up as well. So, if there's any ideas of anything more that we could do, we're open to it. But yeah, a lot of nice things coming, not just for kids, but for adults as well. So
this summer, there's going to be a lot of parents wondering what they can do with their kids, right? And how they can get Mill Creek involved. That's essentially your job to make sure that they do get involved. Yeah. Talk about the activities that you have for the little ones.
Some things I didn't mention, in addition to youth flag football, soccer, we have a sports camp that comes up later over the summer, and then an archery camp as well. The archery camp is actually out in Canfield at our the farmhouse area there. So just a few different things there. Sports camp will happen at Wick Recreation. But from ages 3 to 12 years old, we have youth flag football, and that youth soccer is our main thing right now. But
they can get out here on the course, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They can get out here at the course, at the main golf course, but some other things is we'll do youth hockey. We have a deck
Deck
hockey
ho-
league.
yes.
Formerly at the former Warming House, which is soon to be where we're running all rec programs out of. We're remodeling it now.
Okay.
To be our new office space and banquet center. But we'll do deck hockey essentially there, which is skate hockey, not ice skate. But
Is there still affiliation with the Penguins?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
There's an affiliation there. Yep.
That's very cool. I mean, and there's so much. I mean, just going for a walk here in Mill Creek Park and the extensive acreage that they have all over the place.
Yeah.
This is an incredible opportunity, obviously, for someone not just like you, because this is something that I think you kind of gave me a rundown of your resume before we got on. I think you've welcomed this and you've wrapped your arms around this and you're going to own it. What are some things that you want to check the box on? I mean, obviously you go into an interview with the extensive background that you have. What are some of the things you said, hey, I really think that we should be doing X, Y, and Z?
We have a lot of really great programs and we have a really solid foundation. So it's just really building those and just engaging the community, adults, youth, all alike. But then also just seeing what are our other areas of opportunity. What are we maybe missing? What can we add in? So those are things I'm always thinking about. But especially right now where I'm seeing a lot of things for the first time and they're being ran top tier, but also can we expand on that a little bit? Can we add more of those types of programs or something that's never been here before? So, yeah.
We talk about tape with athletes and they're able to go and watch their own tape. You scout your opponents. Do you go and scout other recreational areas and say, hey, we might be able to take this and take it and pull it and make it even better?
Yeah, I have in the past. I haven't at the moment, but I have in the past, and it's been more of a collaborative effort, just kind of nothing kind of behind the scenes where I'm just peeking in trying to steal what they're doing. But it's just communicating with them and just seeing how we can, overall we have the same mission there, another facility or another space like ours where we want to engage members of the community, the youth alike. So so any chance that I would get to do that, absolutely. I want to see what's working for them and if it could work for us.
So let's get to know you a little bit. We now know what you do, your job is here. But when people, cross paths with you, we want to see, kind of some relationships form and bloom. So did you just moved here from Tennessee?
No.
Okay. Okay.
No. Actually moved here from Pittsburgh. I worked for a pretty large amenity company. My wife is from this area. We have a almost 3-year-old and we're expecting another child, both boys.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm very excited. Fatherhood is absolutely fantastic, but I'm always learning. Right? Always learning. But anyway, so we'd just be a little bit closer to one set of our family members. Mine are all the way down in East Tennessee. So
gotcha.
Prior to Pittsburgh, we actually moved to Pittsburgh from West Virginia, where I worked in campus recreation for Marshall University. Go Herd. But then also, before that, Tennessee for 5 years, I was in health and fitness. So at a big fitness center there as well. So
you've got a little bit of touch at all.
A little bit of touch. Yeah, a little bit of everything. Yeah.
And I think that's probably what makes you so attractive from that standpoint is you can, if they throw something on your desk, you're not going to run away from it. You're going to hopefully accept it with open arms. And listen, I know, I see that look in your eyes. Same look I get when people are like, hey, here you go. You can do this. Best part of your job?
Best part of my job right now, it's like you were just hitting on. It's meeting all new people. Everybody right now has been new to me, right? So forming a lot of new relationships, whether it's the person who routinely walks by the par 3 if I'm in that office, or if I'm just out and about maybe at Glacier and somebody stops by and they're fishing, I can just stop and talk to them. But it's just being in an atmosphere like this is it's really good for the soul, but also it's just really like I said, I'm passionate about just activity in general, and this is a prime place to be. But yeah.
East Tennessee, they have an accent.
Yeah.
West Virginia, they have an accent.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, they have an accent.
Yeah, I haven't picked up any of.
You don't have any Yinzerisms?
I don't have any Yinzerisms, no. But I like that people still say, they're like, oh yeah, you're not from here. They can tell I'm from Tennessee, tell I'm from the South, and I take it as a compliment because I've been away from there for 8 years. So I'm like, all right, yeah, this is good because I've always sounded like this. I'm always planning on sounding.
I was
going to
say, is it ever going to just release from you?
No, I don't believe so. I never actively have tried to get rid of that. I know some people probably have in different areas, but no, I love it. I love where I'm from. I love how I was raised, and I want to instill that in just my family moving forward. But also, I love the things I've learned along the way, and I love this area too. I always say that Youngstown, people ask, "Oh, how do you like that compared to growing up in the Smokies and all these different things?" It's actually the most like where I grew up.
Really?
So, yeah, it is. Everywhere is a little bit different.
Yeah.
But as far as the way that people greet you and just in general, like the overall niceness level, if you will,
Yeah.
it's very much similar to that. So I've been away from there, like I said, 8 years, and this is the most I've felt at home since being away. So
Nobody's trying to ask you to go get a sandwich in Youngstown. You don't want that. You don't want
The-
that.
the-
They ask you to go to get a sandwich. You better walk away.
yeah, I'm glad that in the South, a lot of people they don't like Ohio State. I apologize for that.
not an Ohio
But
State
everybody
fan.
loves Tennessee up here, so I'm very thankful for that, and I don't mind. I like Ohio State to an extent. But
You like Ohio State?
My wife does. I don't cheer against them.
Okay.
But I am definitely all Vol.
You're
so
all orange.
I bleed orange. Yeah.
Love it. All right. So for you, let's, if you're not here, where are some of the places that people can find you and your lovely family?
Really, I mean, right now we're just kind of all over the place.
just
but
here.
yeah, it's just right now it's just here. So we enjoy coming to Mill Creek together on Fridays. We kind of have a routine that we've been doing, but we go out to we get some ice cream or whatever it might be on Fridays. It's just something we do, and then we drive through Mill Creek and we look for deer. My little my little toddler loves to look for deer, and that's my last name. So
Buck,
yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. So we look for deer, and that's just a fun thing we do. And then we do different activities together. My wife, she's due any day now. So anytime that she's a trooper, she's fantastic. She's always working out and very active. So walking is definitely something we try to check off the list to do as a family. So you'll see us out and about doing that. You'll see me at the grocery store. I'm the primary grocery store shopper. I love going to grocery stores.
So you said your wife's
Love 'em.
from around here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you guys live in that community?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so no. She grew up on the north side of town.
Okay.
Um,
Where'd she go to school?
She went to Niles.
Okay.
Yeah, Niles McKinley. Yeah, you heard the southern there.
Yep.
Niles.
Niles. I
Niles,
do
yeah.
it too, and I'm from Negley, so.
Yeah. So yeah, she went to Niles. Yeah. So we live out towards Austin Town. So
Okay.
yeah, not too far from here at all. So just a quick little trip
Little
over.
hiccup. You don't have to
Yeah.
take a helicopter like I do from East
I do
Palestine.
not.
I
Oh
love it.
yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. So are you a sports guy?
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah.
Okay. Where was that? Well,
Well, it depends. What are we talking?
I mean, what's your sport? When you're are you soccer, football,
I'd say
baseball?
I'd say football.
balls? Of
I
course.
used to, football. I like basketball. I stick more with collegiate. It's hard, I think, sometimes to like NFL, NBA, especially NFL. I mean, fantasy football, like you don't really cheer for a team as much. You cheer for
Individuals.
You know what I mean? So
Yep.
it's a little hard. I used to really love NASCAR. I still like
Well,
it.
you're
but
in the South,
With
you
all the,
have to.
yeah, but with all these rule changes in the past couple of years, it's just a little. I like it. I don't like it. But I've been to several NASCAR races, so some would say it's not a sport. But I don't know. Those guys, they got a good regimen with what they do physiologically. I couldn't sit in that car for that long
No.
underneath those conditions. So yeah, they do some sort of training for that. That's for sure. But I would stick more with football is probably my go-to. But really anything I like.
You a golfer at all?
Yeah, I haven't touched a club in just a little while, but yeah, I like to golf more recreationally. I don't,
Sure.
I'll get into a tournament or something, but I'm always hoping it's best ball, so I don't have to hit off the tee.
Well, you're a yeah, me too, brother.
I'll
You're-
putt for you, but that's about it.
You're a recreational manager, so playing recreationally probably, I mean, that's pretty good for you, right?
Yeah,
Everything's
absolutely.
recreationally. All right, so you said you got a just about 3-year-old?
Yeah, he'll be 3 in August. Yeah, and
Okay.
our second boy coming is due in June. So
Incredible. Yeah, you
Yeah.
said any day. That's incredible. So you go
Yeah, it
from a
could be any
family
day,
of
you
3
never
to a
know.
family of 4.
yeah, and that's just what it is. As soon as they're in the back seat, that's when it'll be real. So
You said fatherhood. It's you learn every day.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you didn't expect to learn in the walk that is fatherhood that you learned in the last 3 years?
Man, I thought I was really patient before, and I was, but I've learned that I've needed more patience and just understanding, and it's just you just learn different things, and there's some things from your past, like you suddenly remember what it was like when you were a kid, and there's things you don't remember under 3, 4, 5 years old, whatever it is, but every memory counts to them. It's their childhood you're responsible for.
Yeah.
So it kind of puts you back in that case of like, well, how was mine, and how did I act during this? And I ask my parents all the time, did I do this? Did I dance like this? Did I give you a hard time about this or whatever it is? So leaning on my parents, my in-laws, different people that have been there, that have traveled that road has been really helpful. But I would say I probably gained more patience. And my wife she's the most patient and grace, she gives a lot of grace in all areas, but she definitely has picked that up since too. But yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love hearing, you're not a new dad anymore, but I've got a 6-year-old now and soon to be 3-year-old. She turns 3 in October. So
Yeah.
I get your pain. But it's
Yeah.
being able to see all those stages. I mean, For you, when was the I guess every time they do something new, you're excited about it, especially with the first.
Oh yeah.
But like, what was that moment you were just like, wow, I can't believe this is going on?
Honestly,
Walking?
yeah. Well, that's the thing is like, you're standing, you're walking. Our son, he completely skipped the crawling phase, like the normal crawling phase. He's bear crawling, which was kind of intimidating.
Oh yeah.
He's bear crawling. Then all of a sudden he's walking, and you're real excited. But then all of a sudden it's a whole new level of, oh wait, don't go over there. I got to block this off. Then when he was running, we were like, oh, this is great. But we got to take the socks off because we have hardwood floors. And it was great. And then all of a sudden it opened a new set of challenges just to maybe look out for and be more cautious with. But yeah.
It's incredible.
I'd say the moment that I was like, oh, this is happening. I was literally talking to somebody about this morning. When, it really hit us whenever, they're sending you home from the hospital, and it's really just a pat on the back, and they shut the door whenever you're getting in, and then all of a sudden that car seat's got somebody in there, and you're like, this is real. What do we do? Do we go to the drive-through, like drive-in, Sonic? Where do we go? Do we go to Swenson's?
You're on your own.
Yeah. So then at that point, it's, it is what it is, though. You are dad, you are mom, and that's just the new chapter, and there it is. You just go with it. It just happens. I think so.
Well, is he talking in full sentences yet?
Oh,
close?
Yeah, all the time.
That's the weird part. Like you're having a full blown conversation with a 3-year-old, and you're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Which is nice though, because they can tell you
what they need,
what's wrong, or what they need.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm still working on that one. She just tells me what she wants. There's no what I need. It's this is what I want.
Yeah.
And everything's a need.
Yeah.
So.
The hard thing now is every now and then when he just wants mommy or just wants daddy, it's go away, and that cuts.
Oh,
that's deep. It's like, what do you mean go away? Like I just wanted to give you a hug. Go away. All right.
Mommy gets uppy. Only whenever she gets rejected from mom do I get the hey.
Oh yeah.
I need up now. So.
Oh yeah.
Corey Buck, we are so happy to have you here, your family, your lovely family, and we're so excited to see what you do here in Mill Creek. And thank you so much for taking time for us. And I know in a couple months we'll be sitting back down again with what you guys have going on. But I'm excited to get to know you. For everybody out there on YSN to get to know you. Thanks for your time, brother.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We'll be right back right after this, after word from, I don't know, maybe Mill Creek.
Welcome to Mill Creek.